It came to what was it again? 2 Samuel chapter 11 verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. Ooh, that's fucked up. That's got. Oh, I'm already hurting for Uriah, man. Like, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. Bijay. And he wrote it in the letter, saying, the reason why I'm finding fucked up is because of this. What's gonna come here next. And King David wrote in the letter, saying, set ye Uriah in the front of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die. That's why I kind of shit. That's what I felt, because it's kind of crazy that if you want to kill a person, you want to murder him, right? And then you give him something like, go give this man, and in that letter is your death. Your death is right there in that letter. That's cruel. That's fucking cruel. Wow. I was like, oh man, goddamn. Hey, that's why I'm telling you, stay away from women. Even the greatest could fall. Look at King Solomon. It is said also in the book of Nehemiah, like, yo, you think you tough? That's why I'm not, Lord willing, I'm not playing around, man. Fuck out of here. I ain't trying to play no tough guy. Because the greats fall already. Who am I? Huh? Do you see me owning stuff? Shit. Nehemiah chapter 13 verse 26. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his power, Yahawah, and Yahawah made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause the sin. Yeah, man, you gotta watch out. It's her. It's not only her, man. It's him too, but still, they can make you do that because it's something beautiful, right? Yeah. Hey, don't look at them then. I don't look at them. I'll be like, nah, I don't think it's a good idea. I want to look. So if it makes you feel better, I wanted to look at you. Yeah, you gay. But they, yeah, you gay. You ain't looking at me. You gay. You probably got kitty porn just like an Edomite. You're white. You're white. Right. Let me go on now. Going on. So on 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse. Let me see. Yeah. Sit here, right? Okay. This is the same way that King Saul wanted to kill ex-King Saul wanted to murder him too. It says right here. 1 Samuel chapter, but he was too strong. So yeah. And the Most High was with him. 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 17. And Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight Yahawah's battles. It was the Lord's battles against these Satan worshippers. Remember, they was doing witchcraft and devil shit in the land, which is against the Heavenly Father. So, if you're doing that, you're fighting against the Lord. And then the Most High is going to raise up someone to come and kill you. That's how it works. You sin, you die. Look at Genesis here. The Most High waited 400 years to kill the Amorites. Genesis 15 and the rest of 13. And they shall afflict them 400 years. Verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Mizraim was that nation. And afterward they shall come out with great substance. That is what we did in Mizraim. We took a lot of their gold and we came out rich of all the 400 years that we worked for slavery for them. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Abraham died. And he would die in peace, 170 something years old. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age, and he will join your fathers, even though his fathers were idol worshippers. Joshua 24 and 2 shows you that. They were they worshipped other gods, man. Terah. But that shows you that there's no hell. Even though you worship devils, you're still going to peace in paradise. This is proof right here. Because Terah, which is Abraham's father, I don't want to be disrespectful, but he worshiped devils. Joshua 24 and what do you want me to say? Idols? I could say idols, make it more respectable. You're right. I should say that. Joshua 24 and 2. And Joshua said unto all the people, Thus saith Yahawah the power of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old times, even Terah, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nahor, and they served other gods. Yeah, man, they did that. Terah did that, and Nahor did that. Yeah, man. Genesis chapter 11. And so, and thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. So his fathers saw it right there, and he went to his fathers in peace. They didn't go to hell. They died worshiping idols, other gods. They didn't go to hell, because hell doesn't exist. That's a caucus myth, like flying reindeers and bunnies that lay eggs, and still you believe it. So looking at you laughing, just like how you laughing at me when I be like, nah, I ain't down with them rich type of things. You be like, oh, you jealous, nigga. Actually, no. I actually love it when I see certain of my people having things. Like this guy Hassan Campbell. I don't hate that dude, man. I make fun of him, but he always trying to be hard and shit. Like, it's just funny to me. It's Jake. It's like Jake is a weird ass Jake, man. I think he's funny. And there's more. Like, how you call that guy? Charleston White. He's a funny dude too. To me, I laugh because he's wise too, man. I was looking at him like that. I love my people actually. They're stupid, but I like them. I like them. I don't like all of them. I'll tell you that. Like them fucking house niggas. But when Charleston White went to them same Edomites and stuff like that, I was laughing because he to me he's like I don't know. Certain people just don't make me hate them. Certain people, all you need to do is just breathe wrong, and I hate you. I don't like you. You need to sneeze wrong. I hate your guts. But yeah, hate is a deep word. I just don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I hate you. I don't know. It's in the category of hate. Well, either you left or right? Either you with me or against me. Anyway, let me go on. Now it says here, Genesis chapter 15, verse 14. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. So the Most High waited 400 years for their iniquity to be full. So against whom did they sin? They sinned against the Lord. But is the covenant given unto them? No, it is not. So, can the heathen sin? It says you right here. It shows you right here. It shows you right here. The heathen can sin. They're sinning all the time. That's why we're going to be the police officers upon the planet Earth. And we're going to chin check them. We're gonna lay down the law. And they're going to lay on the floor and bow down to it. Bow down to the slaughter. And bow down to the law. How about that? And they will. And they will willingly want to do it too. Because it's in the Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. They're going to love it eventually. Just like how they love Esau's rules right now. Esau's screwing the people over. And they still love him. Can you imagine how more they would love us once we beat the shit out of them? But we going to lay down the righteous laws. I just got my skull cracked today. But I'm kind of happy because, it's a good day. God is good. God is good. That's what they gonna say, man. Them heathens, they gonna say stuff like that, man. And we gonna laugh at them like, yeah, you're right, actually. You're right. No, he is right. No, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. He is right. I'm gonna crack your skull open again if you do some stupid stuff, Yeah, you're right, man. Thank you for the correction. And they're gonna be happy. They're gonna be happy. Right? So, let me see here. So, 1 Samuel 18 and the rest is 17. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight Yahawah's fights, which the king was actually supposed to go fight. But he didn't want to. I don't know what he was doing. Because just like 1 Samuel says here, 1 Samuel 11, 2 Samuel 11, it was the time for the kings to go to war at certain times in the year and stuff like that. I don't know what he was doing. He wanted King David to fight his fights because he knew that the Lord was with King David, and he knew that King David was a man of war. He just wanted to reap the spoils. Anyway, so let me go on. I'm not talking bad about him. I'm just saying stuff. Because for Samuel 18 and the rest of 17. For Saul said, let not mine hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him. So, actually, Second Samuel 11 and here, verse 15. And King David wrote in the letter, saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him. Just leave him there, that he may be murdered and die. And it came to pass, when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that valiant men were. So these Hamites were no sissies, man. They were no sissies, I tell you that. They were no sissies, man. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. You need to be reminded of that. Like, hey, these people were no jokes, actually. Plus they had Satan. So don't get that twisted. And once we left from the Heavenly Father, we died. Their devil is too powerful. You can't fight them. I mean, the world is given unto Satan. I mean, what do you think you're going to do? Fight him? He's going to look at you like, man, you full of sin. You think you can stand against me, boy? Joshua 7:11. Israel had sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them, for they have even taken of the accursed thing mentioned in the book of Joshua 6. Yeah, Joshua 6. They have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. Therefore the children of Israel, so because we did that, therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, saith the Most High, except ye destroy, kill the accursed from among you. Damn. So how many people sinned? One person. And the men of Ai smote them about 36 men. So one sinned. Here, this one person, this individual person, Joshua 7:1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of Yahawah was kindled against the children of Israel, the sons of Israel, it says here. So one person caused the Heavenly Father to make 36 of it. Can you imagine if 1 million of our people do something bad, then 36 million of our people might get killed? It's possible. I mean, you got them in your midst, did you? So yeah. But did they know? They didn't know. When they found out, they burnt him with fire and killed everything that he had except for his wife. It doesn't mention his wife or wives. It doesn't mention any woman. It mentioned his children and everything that he had. So yeah, the same way that King David, that ex-King Saul wanted to murder King David, but he couldn't do it because King David was too strong. From them same Hamites, well, not the exact same because they're dead. I'm not talking about them. I mean, like from the same nation. Yeah, the nation of Ham. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, right. So So going on. So it says here, and it came to pass when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that valiant men were. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab. And there fell some of the people of the servants of David. And Uriah the Hittite died also. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war, and charged the messenger. So here comes another guy. I don't want to be mean, man, but I just want to read what it says and explain what it says, Lord willing. I'm not trying to be better, man. No, I'm not trying to do that, because I know I'm worse than this. But I'm just reading what it says. And charged the messenger. So Joab was in on it too. And the other men that are not named, mentioned by name, they also knew. They also knew what he did. And yeah, like I said, they probably couldn't say anything because, it's the king, so he might get killed. Saying, when thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, And if so be that the king's wrath arise. See? The king's wrath? Yeah. Here. Proverbs 16:14. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. The pacifier, here, pacifier is how you calm a baby down. What you looking at? That's how you calm a baby down. You know, you give the pacifier by using wise words amongst the king. You don't want to make him angry. It's not a good idea. And so, and if so be that the king's wrath arise, and he say unto thee, wherefore approached ye so nigh unto the city, when ye did fight? He already knew. He told you. But, you know, to make the other people not, not know. Make it seem as if they are like he's surprised. Like, why did you do that? But you told me to do that. What you kill kill you're not supposed to say that. So yeah, it's kind of trickery. But anyway, knew ye not that they would shoot from the wall? Who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerubesheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of millstone? That's what millstone upon him from the wall, that he died in Tebes. And this story is kind of funny because he trying to prevent it, but it didn't work. It's just right there. Judges 9:53. And a certain woman cast a piece of millstone upon Abimelech's head. And Abimelech is the son that murdered all the brethren of his 70 brethren. 70, the 7 and 0. God damn, this nigga wicked. This is the epiphany of jealousy, man. You know, he wanted their father's inheritance, man. Damn, this is worse than Abel, man. This is worse. Sorry. This is worse than Cain, man. Shit, it's horrible. But then again, it was the curse of the Heavenly Father. So I'll just leave it at that, man. I don't know, but he got cursed too, man. So it's fucked up. Let me just go on. Now it says here, Abimelech's head, and all to break his skull. Woo! Then he called hastily unto the young man, his armor bearer, and said unto him, draw thy sword and slay me, that men say not of me, a woman slew me. And his young man thrust him through, and he died. Yeah, it's too late. This is like, what, 4,000 years later, and we're still talking about how he got killed by a girl. He got killed by a girl. A girl killed you. In the kingdom, we gonna bully the shit out you, man. Oh shit. Oh, we gonna just bust jokes out, man. Hey, remember that day a girl killed you? Hey man, don't be talking stuff like that, man. You know it ain't funny, right? I mean, you're alive now, right? Man, I'm gonna kill this girl. You can't do it, because even if you harm her, she still killed you. She still killed you. It doesn't, you can't undo it. 4,000 years later, we're still talking about that ass getting killed by a woman. You got killed. Yeah, I'm just joking around. But yeah. But it doesn't undo anything. That you can do whatever you want. It does not undo that you died by that woman. Well, you died by the other guy, but still, it's still talked about until this day. Here, King David talked about it. Anyway, who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerubesheth, is, if I'm correct, is Jerubbaal. Right. Let me see here. That's Jerubbaal. Here, let me see something. I think they changed his name. Yeah, it's only mentioned one time. This is Jerubbaal. Hebrew 33-80. Yeah, you see? A variant name of... I thought so, like, It's Jerubbaal. The name of Gideon. Yeah, and he murdered all his other sons. Here. 70 sons of Gibeon. upon one stone, it says actually here, yeah, Judges 5. That son of a bitch. Well, I don't want to cuss his mother out, sorry. I wasn't thinking before I said that. That piece of shit, that goddamn devil. No, I'm not laughing actually. If you think about it, it's fucking wicked what he did. Judges chapter 9 verse 5. and he went unto his father's house, Gibeon, this bastard. Oh shit. Bastard means an adultery baby or a fatherless son. He's not both. He's both not. Yeah. He had the father. And he went unto his father's house in Ophrah, and slew his brethren, the sons of Jerubbaal, his father, being 70 persons. 1 is 20, so 70 is 60, and 10. Man, that motherfucker wicked. Upon one stone, he murdered them in one blow. You would think to yourself, like, couldn't they run away? Was they standing still? What's going on? He was with a whole group of people. He wasn't alone. Notwithstanding, yet Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, for he had hid himself. So now it's like, so it says here he murdered 70, but one was alive. So that's 71. And he himself, Abimelech, was also another one of Jerubbaal's son. So that would make it 72 sons. So how many sons did he have? Did Gideon? 72. It says 70, but 70 were killed. See? Had 72. It says Gideon. Yeah, here. Yeah, he killed 70 of his brothers. Yet one escaped. Yes, I just read that. And then he was a son also, so that would make it 72. So Abimelech murdered 70 of his brothers. And the leaders of Shechem helped him. The people of them, the wicked men of Shechem helped him. Yeah, so the Most High judged him. He cursed him too. And he cursed all of them, by the way. Most High destroyed them. But anyway, let me go on, because that's kind of confusing to me. It says he murdered 70. And then it says Gideon only had 70 sons. But there's 2 alive. So that would make it 72, right? Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe the English is just terrible at I would blame the English, you know. Anyway, so let me go on. Now it says here. Sorry, going on back over here. So it's Jerubbaal, who smote this. Did not a woman cast a piece of millstone upon him from the wall, that he died in the best? Why went ye nigh the wall? Then say thou. So Joab was coaching him what he needed to say. Thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. So the messenger went, so he was coached by Joab what to say, and came and showed David all that Joab had sent him to do, right? So he played his role. He acted, And the messenger said unto David, surely the men prevailed against us, and came out unto us into battle, and we were upon them even unto the entering of the gate. And the shooters shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead, and thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. Then David said unto the messengers, David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee. Okay. For the sword devoureth one as well as another. Basically, he's saying like, hey, shit happens, some die and some don't. Just moving on. Don't be discouraged, and just keep on fighting the good fight. I had to say it funny like that. Well, I didn't think it was funny because I was not laughing, actually. You know, sometimes I laugh, I'm not laughing. Make thy battle more strong against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage thou him. And when the wife of Uriah heard that Uriah, her husband, was dead, she mourned for her husband. I've seen this happen, and a lot of times I would say, "You full of fucking shit." You know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I have seen this in real life. Like, I'm not talking about the scriptures. I'm not talking about beersheba and stuff like that. It just reminds me of things that I have seen. You know, you got this girl, and she be committing adultery on a boyfriend. You know, left and right and stuff like that. And then the boy find out. You know, and then he wants to go fight. I didn't see him get killed or something like that. But then the boy goes out to get, you know, fight. Hey, man, you touched my girl, man. And then he wants to fight. And then he get beat up. You know? And then the girl be like, stop. Stand in front of the dude, you know, kicking. And then she throw her body in front of the guy so that the guy don't kick her boyfriend no more and shit. I'm like, what? You fucking nothing? You caused this. You didn't even love him enough. And now you see him getting beat up because of your ass. Now all of a sudden you cry because you don't want to see him all bloodied up, and because of you, by the way. Well, going behind his back, sleeping with that same dude that's beating him up right now, which is wicked in itself too. Damn, it's fucked up. But I'm not trying to be all righteous, man. I just think it's fucked up, you know. I look at it and I think, oh, that's kind of fucked up, actually. It should, you know. But anyway, so now all of a sudden, but now all of a sudden, your love kicks in, like it's triggered or something, because when you was getting your back blown out by that other dude, you know, you bet your ass you was huffing and puffing his name. You wasn't thinking about your wife. After you done, you probably said some shit like, man, my husband couldn't do that. What you just did right here, man, I had more fun with you than I had in my entire life. I love this, and I want to continue with you. And I'm just going to go home and just, you know, I don't know, rock him to sleep by giving him a lot of sugary food. I'm not even going to have sex. I'm just going to give a lot of sugary food. They're going to put his ass to sleep and coming right back at you here. You know, he's asleep anyway. And yeah, I seen that shit, man. Like, wow. And then the girl started crying. I'm thinking in my head, like, wasn't you supposed to be crying when he was fucking you? How about that? For your husband? Because he probably at the job working his head off, sweating. His head about to fall off from sweating. Trying to provide for you and the children at home and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you out here getting semen filled in your body and all that type of stuff and crazy. That's just messed up, man. So it just made me think of that. I seen this often. You know, girls crying after their boyfriend get beat up by the guy that they sleeping around with. It's crazy shit. I'm not saying anything, man. You know, because I'm not gonna throw the first stone. Because I know, like, shit, if I throw the first stone, I need to throw it straight up and just close my eyes and see where it falls. I'm sure it's going to fall on me. So I'm not saying anything. I'm thinking about myself. I'm trying to save myself, man. Stay away from female. I'm not going to call her a bitch. I'm not talking about her. I'm not talking about King David. I'm talking about females that I know in my life. Like, God damn, I need to stay away from you, man. You a demon. Well, they call me a demon, so yeah. Let's not say that. I remember this nigga that called me a demon. he's not even a nigga. You know, whatever the fuck he is. So it says here, 27. And when the morning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became his wife, and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Heavenly Father. He already knew everything, but, you know, it's all, you know, collectively when your iniquities start to rise up, you know, and then the Most High is going to judge you. And he's about to judge him. But, yeah, Uriah is dead, you know, so I didn't like that, though, you know. Love for the brother Uriah, but yeah, hey. Yeah, so that's that. And let me see if I missed something here. if I have, oh yeah, this word here, right? Oh, I forgot about that. Here, Hamath. Now, you did have the place called Hamath, which is nowadays called Palestine, as you can see here. The Palestinians here. Let me see, this one? No? I don't feel sorry for these people, bro. If you don't know, they hate niggas. Yeah, and they call you niggers. They have their own little words and stuff like that. Anyway, here were Canaanites. Lebanon were Canaanites. Here were Philistines, which is Mizraim, and they came from here, Kaptor. But they went from here, Mizraim land, and then they went from to here. Okay, that's why when Paul went here, there were Israelites in the midst of them here. Yeah. Paul went there. I have that also. I'm gonna do a video about that, Lord willing, but that's in the New Testament, so Lord willing is gonna take a while. Lord willing, I keep on having the Spirit and keep on doing it. You know, doing it big, right? Doing it huge, doing it gigantic, even like doing it large, big, humongous, even like the homie Mac Dre. Right, so yeah, so you had from here all the way, all the Canaanites there, unto here, Hamath, this whole region over here, and until this day they call it Hamah. They call it Hamah until this day. Yeah, man, they really took over those places. The Arabs are now here, but Hamah is actually Hamath. It's a Hamite. Yeah, man. But they took the place and then they act as if it's like theirs. You know, these Ishmaelites, they're going to get punished for that shit too. The Ishmaelites, they steal the inheritance of the Hamites. And the Edomites, they steal the inheritance of the Israelites. Now, if you think about it, check this out. You have the firstborn always gets the birthright in the kingdom. Well, that's supposed to be, right? But the Most High does what he wants. So what did he do? Ishmael thinks himself to have the birthright. He didn't, because the birthright flew over him and then it went to Isaac. Okay, so now Isaac has the birthright, and then through him came Esau, the first one, and then Jacob, the second one. So Esau was supposed to have the birthright. He didn't. It flew over him and it went to Jacob. So now the Lord did it 2 times. He did it more often. He did it with Judah too. He was the 4th. But he still got the birthright, basically. Actually, wait. Judah got the rights, and then Levi got the firstborn. He was put instead of the firstborn. So Levi got that one, actually, because it says it right here. Here. No, Levi. Let me see. Here, Numbers 3:12. And behold, I, Yahawah, and I, behold, Yahawah, I, Yahawah, have taken the Levites from among all the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that opened the matrix among the children of Israel. So among the children of Israel. So if the 12 tribe was to get all of them was to get children, right? All their firstborn are actually the Levites is going to take their place. That's why you need to pay money to the Levites if you have more than here. It explains it here. If you have more than, wait, it says here somewhere. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Okay. What the hell did I just do? Oh, wait. Right, so here it explains that it says here verse 44. So Numbers chapter 3 verse 44. It says, and Yahawah spake unto Moses, saying, take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the 12 tribes, children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle, their firstborn cattle, right? And the Levites shall be mine. I am Yahawah. And for those that are to be redeemed of the 203 score and 13 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, which are more than the Levites, so their firstborn that they had collectively were more than the firstborn of all the Levites that they had collectively. That they had, sorry, not collectively, that they had as one, like all of them are firstborn. Thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by pole, after the shekel of the sanctuary, which is a measurement, because the shekel of the sanctuary was maybe bigger or smaller than the shekel of somewhere else, but that you go to store with or something. And thou shalt take them, the shekel is 20 gerahs, and thou shalt give the money wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed, and unto Aaron and to his sons. This is one form of the tithes. You have 2 forms of the tithes. The other form is mentioned in Numbers 18, and this form is that you, let's say collectively the Levites are 100, yeah, okay, and then collectively the 12 tribes, they all, because there's 13 in total, but Levi was not a tribe yet, so the 12 tribes, including Dan, 12 tribes, all their firstborn collectively is maybe like 105. Okay, so then for the extra 5 that they have more than the sons of Levi, which is collectively the sons, not the firstborn, just collectively the sons, and these one collectively only the firstborns, right, of the 12 tribes ones, let's say they have 105. Well, it says here that, and Moses took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites. So the money that you extra have, 5 more, you pay, right? Of the firstborn of the children of Israel, he took the money, 1,365 shekels, after the shekels of the sanctuary. And Moses gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons, according to the word of the Lord, as the Most High Yahawah commanded Moses. So if you read this, and if you most likely read the other translations, it's going to be explained a little bit better if I'm correct. And if I'm correct, there's another chapter also that goes into it. I'm not sure right now. I need to go look it up. But yeah, so the Levites are, instead of all the firstborn of all the 12 tribes, they are the firstborn now. Well, in that time, because the Most High is going to do things. Anyway, so it says here, verse 41. Numbers 8:18, and I have taken the Levites for all the firstborn of the children of Israel. So in their stead, it says it right here also, in their stead. Where's here? In their stead. So it says here, and let me see, 41 is good also. And thou shalt take the Levites for me, I am Yahawah, instead of all the firstborn among the 12 tribes. And the Levites, let me see. And the Levites have no inheritance, because it says it right here. Genesis 49 and 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, Jacob is talking. Come not thou into their secrets. Basically, have no counsel with them. Unto their assembly when they gather together, because they're very cruel when they're gonna have meetings like, hey, how we gonna chop? We gonna chop them in pieces? How we gonna do? We gonna kill them? We gonna do this? We gonna do cruel shit? Jacob didn't want to have no parts of that. Mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they murdered a man, and his whole village too. By the way, it's not just one man. Because they raped their sister Dinah, and if I'm correct, it was their sister. Like it was the other ones, their half sister, but it was their full sister. So yeah, and in their self will, they digged down a wall, because they was not supposed to do that. Because Jacob was like, no, we don't do that. It's his Shechem loved Dinah, and therefore we give her hand to him, and then we leave it at that, because that's how it goes. But Simeon and Levi was not having that. It was like, fuck, you gotta die. You gonna die today. You raped my sister, you gonna die today. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel, because they waited until everybody was hurt after the circumcision, and then they murdered the whole village. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. So they are divided. But for Simeon, you don't really see traces of that, but they are divided. But Simeon, you don't really see traces of that. Like, obviously traces, but I mean in the scriptures, eh? But Levi, obviously in the scriptures, you see traces thereof. The book of Joshua. Let me say it again. It says here that Levi will be scattered in Israel. And here in Joshua 21, you can clearly see it, like there's evidence of it. Here you have the sons of Kohath, Gershon, Merida. They was all split. Gad, Reuben, Zebulun. Let me see here. They were split. The other Levites were split in Issachar, half Manasseh, Asher, Naphtali. The other Levites were split in Ephraim, Manasseh, Dan, half Manasseh. The other Levites were split in Judah, Simeon. Sorry, I didn't color it. Simeon and Benjamin. They were split amongst them. Yeah, and they were scattered among the Israelites, among the rest. Let me see. Dan, they were scattered. Okay, I already read that. These are the places. They already read that. Basically. Yeah, the Merarites were in the midst of Zebulun, Reuben, Gad. The Gershonites were in the midst of Naphtali. Other ones, Asher, and where else? Issachar. Damn, I was looking for blue. Okay, so it's all good. Yeah. Anyway, so let me go back to over here. So Hamath, where the Hamites were. Now Ishmaelites are there. It says here, which is the Lord's will, but they're still gonna pay for it, because they're trying to play as if they're the Hamites with the greatness of the Hamites and Edomites. Oh yeah, that is what I was saying. So Ishmael is the firstborn of the Most High, right? And then he thinks that the birthright belongs to him until this day. That's why they're fighting for the land of Israel. That's why Ishmael is fighting for the land of Israel, because he thinks that the birthright belongs to him and therefore the land belongs to him. And then also, how you call that guy? Esau thinks the birthright belongs to him because he's firstborn. So that's why he's fighting for that land over there. They're both fighting for a land that is not theirs, because they are the firstborn, but the firstborn is not given unto them. The firstborn right is not given unto them. They are the firstborn, but yeah, the rights is not given unto you. The holy line is not given unto you. So Esau through Amalek, and Ishmael through one of the other names of his people. Ishmael is now fighting for this land because they both are actually, technically, physically, they are the firstborn. But the blessing was not counted after the birthright no more, after the genealogy, because it jumped around. So it jumped around. So, right. A city and district of the northern Hamath, a city and district of the northern frontier of Palestine. Going on, situated at the foot of Mount Hermon, which is next to Naphtali and above Dan. Like Dan the place, not Dan the tribe. Here you can see it actually. Here's Dan, and here. And here's Naphtali. And here's then the tribe Dan. But this is the place, the city Dan. And then here, okay, going on. So it says that, it says here, it is once called, this word, the Great Hamath. The inhabitants who were called Hamathites seem to have been a Hamitic race included among the descendants of Canaan. That is the truth. Genesis 18. There is no mention of the kingdom of Hamath till the time of David, when it is stated, Toi, king of Hamath, warred with Hadadezer, which is Aram, king of Zobah, which is what I just showed here. The king of Zobah, which is in Aram is here. But you have here this one, which are Canaanites, Lebanon, Hamath, these are Canaanites, Tyre, Sidon, Gabal, Psalms 83 mentions him, Gabal, It mentions them, actually, them, not him, them. There was the mention of the kingdom of Hamath until the time of David, when it is stated, Toi, the king of Hamath, warred with Hadadezer, king of Zobah, and on the defeat of the latter, of King Zobah, Toi sent his son to congratulate the Israelite king, David. Fuck this word. I hate that word. The Israelite king, Hamath. Oh, wow. I'd rather say Hamath by accident than a fucking Amalekite. This shit word. But anyway, I don't like that word. Sometimes I use it for edification, but I don't use it, man. Not like that. Only when I'm gonna read something. But this is not a bad word. You see, again, the rainbow is not a bad thing. You see how I just actually got tricked by myself because of them, So you might give the girl the blame, but it's you. But no, it is the girl. She caused it. It's both of y'all. No, there's the girl more. So it's the same thing here. I blame Esau, but it is Esau's fault that this word is now a bad word. Just like the rainbow thing, it's a bad word nowadays. But back in the days, it was not so. Same thing with the word gay. It used to be meaning happy. I heard songs where people were saying, "I'm gay," and stuff like that. I heard people saying, singing songs like that. And nowadays, you had people back in the days named Gaylord. You had this guy, his name is Gaylord Williams. He sued his parents. He had rich parents, by the way. $250,000. He sued them. I think he won too. Yeah, it was 6 years ago. I watched it 6 years ago, yeah. I saw it. Still remember it until this day. His name is Gaylord. Crazy. Let me see. Family calls mother to be what? Family calls mother to be baby. Mother to be's baby name abusive, calling him Gaylord and stuff like that. Understanding that her son would be bullied for being called Gaylord, she decided that it would be his legal first name, but could go by Gail. Yeah, it's just horrible. But anyway, you got to be a caucus to do that shit. You got to be Edomite to do that type of nonsense and stuff. But yeah, so but back in the days, this was not a bad name. It would mean happy Lord, a happy person. Here, full of joy, merry, carefree. That's what gay used to mean. You see it here in the scriptures too. Gay clothing in James 2:3. And ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here at a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool. That's when you have respect of person concerning people that look nice with clothing and people that look kind of messed up with clothing, and then you be very rude unto the one that had messed up clothing. And sometimes you have these stupid shows. I clicked on a few on YouTube that the manager goes the right way to blow covers on the cover boss. You have all these shows on YouTube and stuff like that where you have an undercover CEO boss goes to the place and then basically fires someone or something, or corrects them, rude magic there actually fires. You had certain of these stupid shows. I saw a few. And I was like, well, yeah, whatever. But yeah, some of them people actually really treat these people very bad, and then the CEO basically at the end blows his cover, and he says like, "You're fired, man. You're fired. You can't talk to the people like that. This is why my business is not going as good as I thought it would, and as I wanted, you know." So yeah, you have those type of things going on. But anyway, enough talking, and so I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna put these links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.